My brothers and sisters, dear deacons and wives and families, it's so important and fitting and very good for us to gather for this Mass every year. We hopefully do it for the years to come, to mark all those deceased members of the Diaconate and to recognize the family members as well, and to cherish in many ways the influence of so many family members, as well as the influence and service that have been given by our deacons in the past. And this charism and this order that is given to the Church of service is one that is a wonderful example and one that has been brought forward since the Council, which is very dear to us and very precious in those who are with us today, who've been through these early years, these 40, 50 years of the early part of the Diaconate now since the Council, bear testimony to a great gift that's given to the Church. Because so many people from families for whom we pray now, the deceased, have been so formative in those that have become deacons, in the vocation, the mystery of the vocation, of how God has called these men to serve at his altar, to serve in the community, to serve through the Word, is something we give thanks for their influence, and also for those who have died, those members of the Order of Deacon who have died and gone before us, and the wonderful gift that it is. Today's Gospel leaves with us a really sharp invitation to give from our poverty, not from our wealth. All of us have our wealth, but Christ sees what others don't see, and how important it is for us to follow the example of the Holy Father for a conversion of the way we see others. But he sees a widow giving from her poverty. And for us, in all the work that we do, married couples, priests, bishops, deacons, to give from our poverty. And that first requires a real deep recognition of the poverty of who we are, of the poverty of the task before us in comparison to the mystery of the service of the Order of Deacon, or whatever order it is, to recognize that poverty and then to give from that. And a service there is one that is seen and blessed by the Lord and bears much fruit in the world and in the Church and in the mystery of God's salvation for all. So we pray for that mystery that is before us, for those that have been so important in forming priests and forming deacons, especially today. And we pray especially for our dear deacons who've passed on from this life to be with the Lord, and to pray for the purification of their souls.